Coming at you live from Skeleton City. We are back with another Q&A, so let's get right into it. All right, so first things, we've been doing update videos on a woman that she started eating a low-fat diet. I think she came primarily from like keto, low-carb, and she's been updating us. So let's go through her story. Week 3 update. I lost 2 kilograms this past week. That's 4 kilograms in 3 weeks since I started. And my skin keeps looking better and better. That's my 3rd update. And it's the 3rd time I say sugar fasting turned out to be the healing tool I was looking for in cutting down carbs. 3 weeks without a rosacea flare-up, no sign of any swelling, nor in my legs, nor on my face. The pain in my lymph nodes I was mentioning after week 2 is completely gone now. Still no cravings for anything. It's this interesting feeling when I enjoy my meals, but don't think about eating when I'm not eating. Sugar proved for me not to be addictive. And that's a big thing right there, is like sugar, when people say sugar's addictive, like if you eat sugar, like it is not addictive.
Sugar by itself.
Sugar by itself, like what's addictive is, you know, a Snickers bar.
Sugar and fat, sugar and salt.
Sugar, fat, salt combined together, like that's where it's addictive. But like sugar by itself.
Or sugar on carbs or fruit, you know?
Sugar on fruit, like there's nothing addictive. Like try it for a day. Try it for a week.
You're not going to want more.
Only eat watermelon and sugar, and you're, you know, by one day, you're going to be so sick of eating sugar. Like so when people say like sugar's addictive, yeah, it makes no sense to me. I counted my calories this past week and I averaged 2,000 calories a day, which already includes candy, and it's a lot of food volume-wise and time-wise. A lot of chewing and a lot of peeing. Yes, no, I can't quite imagine eating more on T1. I can't quite imagine eating more on tier 1, but I should, as my recommended calorie intake should be close to 3,000 calories. So yeah, you definitely are going to pee a lot more whenever you're eating
Hydrating foods.
Hydrating foods, you know. Peeing more is certainly normal. And it's just sort of something you got. You know what the reality is? I think a lot of us are just chronically dehydrated, so they don't, like most of us don't actually know what like true hydration feels like. But yeah, I'd say I pee every hour, I would say every hour and a half. That's probably like, what wouldn't you say, like?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, maybe every hour and a half I'm peeing. And yeah, I mean, is it inconvenient? I mean, well, yeah, but I guess I'd rather have like functioning healthy kidneys than not, you know, have to go pee so often, you know?
Why does she think her intake should be closer to 3,000 calories?
Yeah, so you said your intake should be closer to 3,000 calories. I guess my question is why?
If you're losing weight, eating around 2,000, why do you feel like you need to eat 1,000 more?
Yeah, unless, and see, that's why, you know, I always say eat enough to have good energy and have the scale trending downwards. Is that happening for you with 2,000 calories? Like, are you feeling good? Are you accomplishing your daily tasks? You know what I mean? Like, whatever you need to get done. Like, ultimately, losing weight, you're never going to feel like $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, you're losing weight. So,
your
like,
body's, it's spending time and energy, like, going through that for you. So, like, you can have, like, as good of energy as you can. But, like, I guess when you're in a slight deficit losing, like you are going to feel, your body's going to feel it, you know?
Right, yeah. So here, let's just keep reading. I have no idea if I'm eating the famous enough. I think I have good energy and I'm losing weight, but maybe I just think that my energy is good. I guess my body compass is broken as I came from lots of restriction, cutting carbs, and lots of fasting, and felt like a zombie because of it for way too long. My metabolism might be broken since I struggled to lose weight for 3 years before trying sugar fasting. So again, like, it's like, if you're feeling good, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't stress about it. Like, don't
if you're not inherently feeling bad,
Right.
you're probably feeling good. Could you
Right.
feel better? Maybe. And that's where you can experiment with
Adding
a few more
little
calories,
more calories.
100, 200, not 1,000.
Yeah, I would say don't add it. You know what I mean? Like, and I know like people like, you're going to ruin your metabolism if you don't eat enough calories. Like, no, you're not. You're eating a low fat diet. That in and of itself, eating the low fat diet and cutting out all the fat is doing wonders for your metabolism. You do not need to stuff yourself silly. You know what I mean? To make sure your metabolism is functioning. Like your metabolism is great. It's fine. I would honestly just keep going with what you're doing. And if you're feeling like you're
a little low energy, add in a little bit more.
Just add in a little bit more, yeah. But don't go nuts with it. I wouldn't. I think you've been making good progress so far. So I want to stay sugar fasting / strict tier 1 for the full 3 months and see how it works on my body in a longer run. And I can't wait to have my blood test done after that and see if sugar fasting helped my fatty liver. So the question is whether to eat more calories or not to eat more calories. Mr. and Mrs. Skelly, help. Give your thoughts and advice on this issue, please. Okay, so as far as fatty liver, Mrs. Skelly she went and they said she had fatty liver. She has not had it tested again.
I'm planning on going in the next couple of months.
Yeah, she's planning on going, but I mean, the reality is, like, when you're losing weight, you're losing your fatty liver. You're losing fat. Fatty liver, well, number one, fatty liver is from being fat. But fatty liver is if you're eating an excess amount of, like, I'm not an expert on fatty liver, but basically it's when there's like too much fructose or just like too much sugar and your body doesn't know what to do with it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's being stored as fatty liver, you know? But you're not eating in excess amount. You're losing weight. It's impossible to eat a low fat diet and have fatty liver while losing weight. So if you're eating a low fat diet and you're stuffing yourself silly and you're gaining weight, well then yeah, for sure you can have fatty liver. But if you're eating a low fat diet and you're losing weight, there's nothing, you don't need to stress about fatty liver because how could you have, you know what I mean? You're losing weight. Yeah, so I would not stress about the fatty liver. And then the question whether to eat more calories or not, we kind of went over that already, but I would keep doing exactly what you're doing.
Unless like you think you're losing weight too fast. Like did she say she lost 4 kilograms in
4 kilograms
weeks?
In 3 weeks.
So that's like 8 pounds in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
that's kind of a lot, but I don't know.
I don't know what your starting weight is, you know? If you weigh, you know.
I've never lost 8 pounds in a month.
Right, but you also, I mean, if someone's coming from like morbid obesity or something like that, then that 8 pounds isn't that much weight.
Yeah.
So
I would be careful with it.
Yeah. I think overall, I think you're doing great. And I would just honestly carry on with what you're doing.
Unless something changes in energy or in weight loss. Or
and that's why the body compass, it's like how you're feeling. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I don't know if you're doing any exercise, but that's where, you know, I always talk about exercise and VO2 max. That's where your VO2 max comes into play. Because if you see that your exercise, your power, whether that's on the bike or even just walking, if let's say you do a walk every day and you do a 1 mile walk and, you know, each day as you're losing weight, that 1 mile walk should get easier and easier. If you're noticing that it's getting harder, well, maybe that's because you're taking the calories too low and you just don't have enough energy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's why when you add in cardio and add in exercise, that's a good gauge to be able to tell you whether or not what you're doing is working. That's the body compass. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you keep us up to date though. We're really so far you have very impressive results, and I would stay on the course and yeah, let us know how it goes.
So she wants to stay on tier 1 for 3 months, for a full 3 months.
Yeah, for 3 months.
And that's about what I did.
Yeah, that's about what we're strict tier 1 until I broke my collarbone.
Yeah.
It was like 3-4 months. So my weight is going up and down the same pound for more than a week. I was in tier 3 a couple of days ago. I started in tier 1. Any tips for me to actually start losing or just have more patience? I'm stuck at the same weight for a long time due to other diets. Would love to see some quick results. I still have about 30 pounds to lose. Love your channel. Thanks for all the great information you guys are putting out here. So just 1 week isn't that long. That's why and again, if you have 30 pounds to lose, I would say 1 week is like sort of the bare minimum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say more so 2 weeks. You should see the scale trending down after 2 weeks. But if you're doing tier 3, try do tier 1. Try strict tier 1 for 2 weeks and see what that does and see if it starts trending downwards.
Also, maybe you're having a little bit too much fun in tier 3.
Right.
And maybe you're overdoing it a little bit and not quite eating enough. Maybe you're eating more than you need to.
Right. When we say tier 3, like whenever we eat tier 3, it's like
we're eating tier 1 with like an added tier 3 as like condiment.
Right.
Almost.
You know what I mean? We're not going nuts on like
it's not the main course.
Right. Tier 3 is like light fat and
lean proteins,
low fat protein.
But that's not the focus of your meal. It's not like I'm gonna have this protein for dinner with this on the side, veggies on the side. Like it's the veggies and the salad and everything is the main course, and then it's like, okay, what protein will I have on the side with it?
Right. So our tier 3 is tier 1. Mm-hmm. It's even like with like the starch. It's like lots of veggies and then a little bit of starch and a little bit of protein, like when we.
So would you say like a 50% like of your plate? If you divided your plate, it would be like a 70% veggies and then like a 50. Well, I mean, I don't know how.
I don't know. I don't know like a ratio in that regard. But like when I first started losing weight, I was doing potato skillet. It was like potatoes mashed with avocado, and then a huge salad. Like that was like when I first started losing weight. It was like more fat than what would just be in like straight tier 1, but like it was still like I would have a little bit of the avocado and potato, and then eat like a bite of potato skillet with avocado, and then eat a whole bunch of salad afterwards. You know what I mean? Like chase it down with salad.
Right.
And that's what I was doing when I initially started losing weight. So yeah, like she said, maybe you're just having a little too much fun in tier 3. So keep that in mind, I guess. Did you still lose weight eating table sugar? So yes, we just got done with a race, Mrs. Skelly race.
We have table sugar every day. So,
every single day we have table sugar. But what I have to say is every single day we do some cardio, you know what I mean? So, which I suggest you do, but if you're just going to be, maybe you can't do cardio, maybe you're, I don't know, you're 300, 400, or 500 pounds and you can't even walk without your ankles swelling up or whatever. It's like what I always say, fruit is mandatory, sugar is optional. If you don't want to have table sugar, you do not have to have table sugar. Table sugar is pure energy that we use to fuel our activities.
It's like a supplement.
Right, yeah. We use table sugar like a supplement. So yes, we do have table sugar every single day. We also like to stay active every day. So, why do you want my address and telephone number for downloading the ebook? It's free! Exclamation, exclamation, question mark, question mark. So again, I went over this in our lives before, but we do not ask for, Shopify needs the address or whatever. Like,
yeah, I mean, as a customer, like you have to put in your information. That's the only way to get the product like sent to you, And
right.
It's not asking for billing information because it's free. So, but it still needs like.
See, because we are so generous, it's confusing Shopify. Shopify's like,
but wait, they're buying something.
But wait, they're buying something. It's like, oh no, they're actually not buying anything. We're just going to give this away for free because we're a charity over here. But you know what I want to say too? first off, I don't want your address. Like, I'm literally, what am I going to do with your physical address? Like, send you a flyer? Like, skeleton cookbook out now.
Show up on your doorstep knocking with pamphlets. Have you heard the good word about the sugar diet?
Exactly. Like, I don't need your physical address. But if I wanted your phone number because I wanted to send a text saying, hey, Mrs. Skeleton came out with the skeleton cookbook, is that the worst thing ever? You know what I mean? Like, is that so bad if I did want to do that? Like, I'm giving you a free ebook. The least I could get out of that is your
potential customer base in the future. If I wanted to sell you something,
you know what I mean? And it's ironic that you're here on YouTube asking this. Do you know what you signed? When you signed up for this YouTube account, do you know what you clicked off on Google? Literally, like, the biggest, like, corporate monopoly in the whole world. They literally had you check the little box that says, we own you. We own all your information.
You're selling all your information. You're getting ads because of what you click on. They know everything about you. So and you're worried that us in our kitchen that don't even have time to look at who's downloading the ebook thousands of times a day.
Right.
You think we're going to look at your address and, and like, use it for something?
Trust me, we are the least of your worries. Little old Mr. and Mrs. Skeleton that might want to try and sell you a $5 ebook in the future. Like, don't worry. And this is why, like, you are actually tempting me to make the ebook cost money, so then I don't have to hear you complain. Like,
because then we'll know anybody that wants to buy the ebook probably wants something from us in the future, or they want the opportunity to buy what we might have for sale in the future.
Yeah, not just
but if you're not serious about it and you don't want to hear anything else from us ever again, why are you even here getting this ebook?
I know, you're just a freeloader. Literally, like, why do you need this? Like, honestly,
why do you need the ebook?
Like, for real, like, it's a slap in the face to us. Like, literally, and believe it or not, like, you know how they say, like, nobody does anything for free. No, you are actually looking at two people that literally do this for free. At the beginning, when the whole sugar diet blew up, we were like, people were donating and it was cool. Like, they would do super chats and everything. And that's what inspired us to make the ebook free. That Miss Faye lady was like, stole our idea and then was selling it for like $3 or $5, whatever she was selling it for. And that's why it inspired us to make the ebook. And we're like, we'll do it for free. So, like, I didn't even care. I was like, okay, cool. But those sugar diet days are long gone.
Everybody's, spewed off in their own different directions on whatever diet they're doing now.
Right. So, like, the money, the website alone costs $50 a month. And people like you that are just like freeloading, thinking like, I don't know who you think we are, but we're just two people. We're just two random people that are like
giving away the information that helped us lose all this weight.
Right.
And we're like, oh, we'll do it for free out of goodwill. And then you're like, why do you want my address?
I know. People like you make me honestly just want to like close up shop and shut the website down forever. And then nobody gets anything anymore. So anyways, sorry for the rant, but
if there was an option, I'd rather not have your address.
Right.
Like, obviously the email, but I literally don't need your address. Right. So sorry.
Do you consider yourself abstainers or moderators based on your ability to have one treat and go back to tier 1? If you had an entire day of eating off plan, what would your food look like, and how confident are you that you'd be able to snap right back to tier 1 the next day? So do we consider ourselves abstainers or moderators?
I would say for the most part abstainers, because I just as far as like, I don't eat tier 4 right now,
Right.
But on rare occasions, so abstainers, and then when tier 4 does come into play, it's a moderator. Is that what they said? Moderators? Yeah. We'll eat it in moderation, like when we went to PF Chang's because family was in town.
Right, yeah.
We had it and we just had enough. We just had a little bit. We didn't go like full blown tier 4. But even if we did, because we were out of town visiting family like a year and a half ago, a little over a year ago, and we ate tier 4 like almost the whole time we were there for dinner anyway, and then just jumped right back
as soon as we got back from the vacation,
jumped back right into where we were. So I don't have I don't have any doubts that we wouldn't be able to just jump back into tier 1.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, oh, I've got a taste of tier 4 and now it's going to be hard to go back.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I'd probably be ready to go back to tier 1
Yeah.
after binging out like that. But yeah, I would say for the most part, just abstainers.
Yeah. All right, we're going to cut it here. So thanks for all the questions. And yeah, if anybody they want more detailed answers. I mean, we try and honestly be as detailed as we can here. But
we don't get on for the Q&As like every time. And usually when we do the races, like we only have so long to answer questions.
yeah,
before,
yeah, we're live. We go live like 4 times, 5 times a week. But if anybody is interested in getting coaching, we offer that on the website, skeletondiet.com. And I give you my personal phone number, and you can literally text me whenever you want. And I do video calls, or if you don't want to do video calls, you can just do audio calls. We do weekly calls, and I mean, I don't have a set time. It's not like I'm like, you have 1 30-minute call. I've taken coaching calls and like been on the phone for literally like 2-3 hours before. So,
but just like as a weekly check-in, like what works for you?
Like you can ask. I mean, I will stay on the phone as long as you want to be on the phone to get your questions answered. You know what I mean?
And again, you have texting,
and we can text all the time.
You know,
so yeah,
like send a picture. Like, is this like tier 1 or like
right? So if anybody is interested in coaching, that is something we offer as well. skeletondiet.com. But yeah. Thanks for everybody that did ask any questions, and we're going to try and do more Q&As. I got my surgery coming up, my second butthole removal surgery, so that...
Yeah, so maybe with less, like, if you're not doing as much streaming, maybe we can try and do
more
a laying down Q&A.
Yeah, I might, I was saying, like, I might, because I'm not going to be able to sit on my butt, probably. I don't know, I'm
At
not
least
sure.
not for a week, probably.
Yeah, so I was saying I could just be like this and just do cute, like a sexy... Like, maybe we can do more Q&As once I'm recovering post-surgery, so yeah. Anyways, thanks for all the questions, and until next time, stay bony, y'all.